This morning on DC News Now, 3 people are dead, 3 others injured in a shooting in Virginia.
I heard single shots, and then it was just a constant.
Police are still searching for the suspects. And feeling more like winter again this morning, so bundle up. Temperatures bounce back into the mid-50s under mainly sunny skies this afternoon. Getting Metro back on track. A new report showing safety concerns over the Red Line's automatic trains missing the mark.
The train stopped trying to stop. We were about 3 cars overshot.
Tariffs tumble the stock market. How your savings could be hit as duties go into effect. And despite the economic uncertainty, the price of gold solid as ever. How you can cash in on any gold items you may have sitting around.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Well, good morning and thanks for starting your day with us here on DC News Now. It is Wednesday. I almost said Thursday, but it is Wednesday at 6 o'clock. I'm Tanaya Wright.
Good morning to you. I'm Corey James. Shanika is on those roads for you this morning to get you out the door. She'll help you prepare for that in just a moment. Let's turn things over to Jackie, though, helping you get ready to start your day. It is very cold. Bundle up today.
Yeah, it's certainly feeling a bit more like winter as you're stepping out this morning. A lot of areas starting off in those 20s to low to mid 30s, and wind chills feeling a little bit colder than these actual air temperatures. We still have a bit of a light breeze out there, but thankfully the winds are not nearly as strong as yesterday, because if so, then those wind chills will be much more drastic this morning again. Talking middle 30s to start off in DC, up and down the I-81 corridor, 20s to right around 30 degrees. Wind chills, again, just a few degrees colder. DC just dropped into those upper 20s for those feels like temperatures. So overall, across the map, we're talking about sub-freezing wind chills. Just one of those mornings you do want that heavier jacket, maybe the gloves, the scarf too, to stay warm, and make sure that those kiddos are also bundled up too. Considering the temperatures will still be hovering upper 20s to lower 30s through much of the morning commute. We're still looking at those mainly clear sun-filled skies, though. That will continue to be with us through the day today. So later on, once those kids are heading home from school, we're talking about high temperatures climbing mid-upper 50s by the middle of the afternoon. So after that cold start, it'll be mild later on today with that sunshine. Tomorrow, though, still on the mild side with highs around 60, but more clouds and some scattered showers will be returning with our next system. More details on that and the timing coming up. But Shanika's back with the latest on those roadways at the 6 o'clock hour.
All right, good morning, Jackie. Yeah, top of the 6 o'clock hour, really looking good. Aside from this one issue here, we actually have 2 along the Capitol Beltway. This is out of College Park, just past Route 1. That's 495 heading westbound. So you do have at least 2 lanes blocked at this hour. No trouble getting by, though, as you can see, right near 495 and that 95 interchange. So your delays are just growing a bit, but really not bad. Heading over to 29, that is through Silver Spring. You're going to see a crash there as well. But again, it's not really impacting much. You're still in the early hours of the morning. DC 295 over the Anacostia Freeway is starting to slow down, guys.
All right, Shanika, thank you. In Spotsylvania County, Virginia, 3 people are dead and 3 others hurt in a shooting.
Police are still searching for the person or persons responsible for this. Our Yamarie Sase is live near the scene. So Yamarie, what are you learning?
Yeah, good morning. Well, this Fredericksburg neighborhood seems pretty quiet early this morning, but that was not the case yesterday. There was a heavy police presence around the area as police were investigating this situation. Now, it's still under investigation. Things are very fluid. We know not too much information, but we do know 3 people died right here on the scene and 3 others were injured in this situation. Now, Spotsylvania County Sheriff's Office tell us they received calls for reports of people hearing multiple gunshots around 5:30 p.m. yesterday here at Old Greenwich Circle. When they arrived, they found 6 people shot. 3 of them died on the scene and the other 3 were taken to the hospital. Now, there's still a lot of unanswered questions. We're working to get that from police, including more information about the victims involved in this situation. Now, right now, officials say they do not have any suspects. This is still an ongoing investigation. They've also dealt with a lot of other gun-related incidents as well yesterday, but they're actually actively looking for those responsible for this shooting that took place here in this neighborhood. Now, one witness says they heard multiple gunshots being fired and saw people running, and the entire situation is frightening.
When I heard it, at first I thought it was like a fireworks or like a car, but then that's when I looked at the window, I saw them running. I was like, oh shoot, they're shooting. So then like my adrenaline started pumping because I was like, I don't know if they could come over here, knock on people's door or something. And I was nervous and scared because I didn't know what was happening.
Now, again, this is an ongoing investigation. Police say if you have any information, you are asked to contact them so they can bring this case to a close. Now, because of this shooting, Frederick County Public Schools has been on a 2-hour delay as well. We're now reporting here in Fredericksburg, Virginia. I'm Yalmar Sase, DC News Now.
All right, Yumri, thank you. And the shooting is the reason Fredericksburg City Public Schools is operating on a 2-hour delay today. School officials say this will give them time to support students and staff during this difficult time. In a statement, the school district says, "We are deeply saddened by the tragic events that occurred this evening in Spotsylvania. Our hearts go out to all who have been affected by this devastating loss." Stay with DC News Now for the latest updates on this developing story on air and online.
And Mayor Bowser is urging the National Park Service to help out as the Trump administration launches a task force to beautify the district. The mayor is calling for an increase in trash pickup and to fix fountains like the one at Meridian Hill Park. This has been dry since its restoration project back in 2019.
Would I like to see it full of water again? I do have a beautiful painting in my apartment of what it was supposed to look like. Yeah. I would love to see it return to that.
The National Park Service writing several critical components of the fountain need replacement and extensive concrete work is needed to fix the damaged areas. The earliest there's funding for the project is fiscal year 2027.
And President Trump hoping his new tariffs influence companies to build more manufacturing plants in the U.S. The White House says more than 50 countries are working to make deals with the U.S. Yesterday, Trump's trade representative testified in front of a Senate committee about the tariffs. Criticism, though, coming in from both sides.
Who pays these high tariffs? In the short, medium term, it will be the consumer.
Do you agree with President Trump when he said families are going to have to feel a little pain?
Of course, I agree with the president.
Hope you and the president are very sensitive about companies potentially going bankrupt by these actions.
Today, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent is expected to be on Capitol Hill to brief House Republicans on these tariffs. Meantime, the stock market continuing to drop. Yesterday, the Dow Jones and the S&P 500 had early gains but ended the day down. Since Inauguration Day, the Dow has dropped nearly 15% and the S&P 500 dropping close to 20%. CNN saying this is the stock market's worst start to a presidential term in recent history. Globally, markets are also down in Asia and Europe.
And happening now, many international travelers are choosing not to come to the U.S. The National Travel and Tourism Office says overseas travelers were down 11% last month compared to 2024. Now, experts believe this is all due to economic situation, declining relations with allies, and multiple reports of tourists being arrested at the border. Tourism Economics predicts that spending from international travels on American goods will be $9 billion less than last year. And the Army says it's making changes to the way it uses helicopter safety system. And federal investigators consider the lack of use as a potential cause to January's deadly mid-air collision. Now, the head of Army Aviation saying there will now be fewer flights allowed to turn off safety systems, and there will also be fewer VIP flights.
And there are some growing concerns about Metro's automatic train system. The Safety Commission overseeing Metro says Red Line trains are not stopping at designated stops. Metro is using automatic train operation, or ATO, on the Red Line. It's been in place since December, but since then, the Washington Metro Rail Safety Commission says there have been nearly 220 reported overruns. That is when trains that are supposed to automatically stop go past the station platform.
It's very packed anyway, so when you have, on top of it being very packed, then you have that problem and people don't know where to go.
WMATA says overruns are not considered a safety-related issue in the transit system. A spokesperson says over the last 3 months, the agency has delivered nearly 100% reliability related to servicing customers at station platforms.
And this comes nearly 16 years after Metro stopped using automated trains. Now, that decision was made after a deadly crash on the Red Line. The crash killed 9 people in the summer of 2009, but investigators later concluded that automatic train operation was not to blame for the collision. Another element of the computerized system had failed, but since then, WMATA says it has made significant track and safety upgrades ahead of the automation's return. Metro had previously planned to fully automate all train lines by the end of 2025.
And there's a growing problem with abandoned boats in Maryland, and changes could be coming to address the issue in Prince George's County. A bill designed to ban roadside parking is headed for the county's executive desk. It would fine owners for every 24 hours their boat violates the restrictions. Those boats would be towed and impounded if it's sitting on the street for more than 48 hours past the first violation.
You know, a lot of our neighborhoods have been experiencing boats that are parked on the streets, public streets, causing safety issues. There's blind spots and cars are, getting into accidents.
It's a great thing because at least now we have something to stand for. We have something on paper to stand for.
Officials estimate getting rid of an abandoned 25-foot boat could cost around $2,500.
And in the district, there's a new bill to help protect concert goers. The legislation from the council is going to crack down on ticket scalpers. Now, the bill from the council member Charles Allen aims to protect artists, venues, and consumers from unfair and deceptive practices. Now, this will cap the amount a ticket can be sold for on the secondary market at face value, plus up to 10%. Our Candace Cole is going to have more on this coming up in our next half hour. But your time now is 6:10 on a Wednesday. Tumbling stocks and possible price hikes could be to blame for anxiety.
After the break, our Wellness Wednesday expert sharing some information on how you can potentially deal with that stress. Also ahead this morning, government officials going back and forth on what to do about a man mistakenly deported.
But first, we are taking a live look outside this morning. Jackie, the sky's starting to bright up a little bit, but it is cold when you step out the door.
Yeah, it is a clear and a cold start to our Wednesday. Bundle up. But thankfully, temperatures will bounce back into those mid-upper 50s later on today with that sunshine sticking around. Rain is on the way, though, for the next couple of days. More on that right after the break.